Yeah. Clearly, we got a frozen line. It's just... Yep. It's just frozen.
All right, as you can see, it is just about 1 degree out there right now. And the low temperature over the evening appears to have been 0.2 degrees. So, and it's not just that it got colder last night than it did previous nights. I think it's because the temperature yesterday and the day before was quite cold. So it never got up to, into the 30s. It was stayed in the 20s all day, both days. So it stayed cold, and that cistern just lost some of its heat over the course of the day. And when it got down to that, 0.2 degrees last night, it was too much, and it froze. So we have a frozen cistern right now.
Oh, Jesus, it's cold. Okay, so it is, I don't know, 7 degrees or something out here now. And as you can see, we got ice in the cistern, and it's actually pretty full. You can see that pipe is actually resting right in that surface layer of ice there. And you can see there's some insulation. See if I can focus a little bit here. You can see there's some insulation on the pipe there. But obviously it's resting in the water, so that's not doing much. And she's just about at the top, totally full. Which is probably why I haven't had trouble with it up to this point, because there's been a large volume of water in there to hold on to its heat. But so with the cold weather last night and the days previous, we have obviously lost all the temperature in there, and the meager amount of insulation that I have on top there just wasn't going to cut it. So it's frozen now, and no water in the house. So I have a potential solution. I'm going to go take a look right now and show you what I'm thinking about doing. All right. So back here, this is an indoor cistern. Back here in that clump of stuff, you really can't see. I don't think you can see in there. You can maybe just make out the little white of the pipe, which is where that conduit, where these hoses run through, comes out. And that is a 4-inch piece of PVC pipe serving as the conduit for those pipes going out there. So I have this thing. This is the old fan from the Sunmar composting toilet that was recently replaced. And it is meant to fit into a 4-inch pipe, and it is inside. You can see it is built into this piece of pipe here, where it's coming out the side. 24 volts, so it matches the voltage of my DC electric system in the house. It would be a matter of getting that DC over to it, but my thought is if I stick this on the end of that conduit, probably have to notch it at some point for the pipes that are running through it to come out. And then I can blow air down that pipe from the house into the cistern to heat that cistern a little bit when the sun is out and the house is warm. Should be able to heat that cistern up pretty quickly. So that's my possible solution. And, it'll be something that would be just temporarily turned on when there's an issue. Maybe turn it on in advance of a really cold night to heat the cistern up a little bit in advance. And then if you have a frozen pipe, turn this on and it should thaw it out pretty quickly. So I'm thinking this is probably the next option. I have messed around with heaters that are floating heaters, like pond heaters. I've tried that. That didn't really seem to work. I've painted the top of the cistern black, and I've put that little bit of insulation, you can see, with the tires holding it down. Obviously didn't do enough. So the good news is the cistern is completely full, so I got lots of water out there. Bad news is I can't get at it because the the pipe is frozen. So right now I've got no water at all. I was briefly switched over to the indoor cistern this morning, but as you can see, I had a minor incident where I left the valve open, and there's almost no water in there because it all went out to the outdoor cistern because I left one of the valves open by mistake. Over here, you can see that valve that's parallel to the wall, the handle's parallel to the wall. That's the open valve. That's going out to the outdoor cistern. That other handle there to the right is to the indoor cistern, and I had left them both open by mistake and let a lot of the water leave the indoor cistern and go outside. You can see there's water down there, so I can draw water off it if I need to, but I don't want to because it's so low. So I'm trying to avoid doing that, and hopefully I can thaw this thing out